The internet has zero chill.
Nah. All right, so I decided to do a reaction to a reaction. I mean, fucking reaction to a video. Look, guys, this is nothing in particular, but I decided to do a reaction to this video titled "Why Do Old Men Keep Starting Fucking Wars?" or "Why They Just Keep Starting Wars?" Because you can't include that word in video titles. Yeah, so I've been kind of noticing a general trend, and you know, oh man, as technology progressed and living standards got better, well, we just, let me turn up my volume. We just did away with old things. Like we just kind of started to be more relaxed and more chill. And as someone who has served in the US Army under angry old fucking men, I decided I was just gonna like chime in because, I was in the US Army and I served under the leadership of angry old men. Now, I know a lot of middle-aged men, a lot of guys, like me, I got kids, and for a while, I got pretty emotionally attached to my kids. While I was never much of a girl dad, and I know that girl dads can be kind of, like really sensitive, and kind of like have a short temper around other men, particularly younger men. And I get why, especially with white guys. I'm just fucking saying, like, I'm a white man myself. Okay, I know a lot of like middle-aged white men, and they're very like men, like white men in general, just very protective of women. But you know what? Enough with all the fucking old people bashing and misogyny. Which it's not even misogynistic, guys. It's just I'm just stating simple facts. I don't know why I keep gaslighting you all. But I'm not gaslighting you guys. I'm just stating a simple fact. Anyways, let's just get on with the video.
None, not none at all. Negative. They really on here like, yo, just deploy the Chicago roster. It says, due to the invasion of Iran forced by the hands of Trump, we will be sending Chief Keef to take care of it. How y'all gonna volunteer Chirac? World War III going on, and Kai Cenat thinks we care about his journal right now. He's like, ooh, World War III is trending. Let me go ahead and post Vivette real quick. Maybe people will start talking about that instead. Me and my homie when we get drafted to World War III.
Now, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. Those ACUs, they did have some drip. Those UCPs got some drip, but you got to learn how to break those things in. Just fucking like roll around that Georgia clay. Any of you that have been to Fort Benning, been to Georgia, I'm guessing like you've been in that area, like that the Georgia clay really stains your clothes. Yeah, like you getting Georgia clay and that stuff works wonders. I still think they have a lot of drip. Unpopular opinion, but I think they're pretty stylish, pretty drippy. Whatever, guys. Let's just keep moving.
Diego, I need some rounds. I know y'all hear me. Fuck you, nigga. Incoming.
World War III starting, and we just in our room gooning.
With a book bag, wall paint, vests and ammo. K over the.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I don't blame anyone. But at the same time, I wasn't like, I kind of was expecting Iran to have some kind of retaliation. I wasn't expecting them to just go all out like this. Like, nah, fuck you. It's like, I think at this point, we all know that, kind of what the fate of IRGC is and the Iranian, like, leadership and their military. Their shit just getting hit hard. So I guess they're figuring like, nah, bro, we're just gonna fire off all our shit. If we're gonna get destroyed anyways, a big cut here. Look, they said that heaven is a very lonely place. I guess they just want to make it as crowded as possible, so that when they go to heaven, there's some people they can bring with them, so it's not so lonely. I guess that's the point, because they know they're getting their asses kicked anyways, so they might as well just fucking cause as much damage as they can. And hey, you know what? Look, man, I'm just saying, these are old men. They're fucking angry, and there's a saying that as you get older, your sense of disgust increases. Like for me, I wouldn't say that my disgust has increased. I would say that I've become more like, I would just say like, I don't know, fucking physically weaker as I've gotten older. I'm 31 now, okay, dude. I was in the army. I didn't do much while I was in the army. Now, when I got out of the army, I helped people let go of the past, usually in a very forceful way. But I'm just saying that's kind of what I did. It's kind of like, hey, we're gonna pretend like this never happened, or I'll fucking kill you. But I can't say kill. See, this is the thing. Now that a lot of this shit's owned by like fucking old crusty old fucks, they're being all sensitive and they want to censor everything. So you know what? Whatever. Let's just keep moving.
Show the two Berettas I'm Rambo.
I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Waking up in 2026 and checking the news, it feels like you're opening a Twitter thread filled with incels that been.
Bruh, I'm not gonna pretend like I haven't even already watched this. I already watched half of it. I decided to do this reaction video midway. And I know I'm talking kind of fast, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna edit that, but whatever.
Fighting all night. You don't even want to look sometimes. You open your phone slow, with one eye closed, like, damn. Breaking news, strikes, retaliation, escalation. I'm like, bruh, can we breathe for 5 minutes? I swear every time I finally sit down, make my little drinky drink, try to mind my business, and the world leaders wake up with a chip on their shoulder.
Over the past 36 hours,
Yeah, this is kind of like, the whole story of Kronos and Zeus. I just kind of ended up breaking into a Donald Trump accent there, with that little. I can't even do it right, bruh. I can't even do it right. I'm just doing this reaction video because I came across this video, and I'll probably watch about 20 other videos after I watch this video before I go to bed and then forget what I just watched. So I'm doing the reaction video just right now for all of you guys. But yeah, let's keep at it.
the United States and its partners have launched Operation Epic Fury, one of the largest, most complex, most.
Oh my god, bro. I didn't just pause it, did I? Did I pause it? Oh wait, never mind. That's a
Overwhelming
bruh.
military offensives the world has ever seen. Nobody's seen anything. We have hit hundreds of targets in Iran, including Revolutionary Guard facilities, Iranian.
it's not the first time we've done this shit, but bruh, I thought you were all about peace. Because I gotta remember, I was someone that lived throughout the early 2000s and the 2010s and all that. Back then, even like a broke-ass college student could find a way to move up pretty fast. You kind of have to, do some dealings and kind of, decide to give up your future. Back then, it was kind of like, well, I want to go for the fast money and then, just make a bunch of money as I can and, live the fast life and then kind of, pay for it all later. But now you're kind of getting pushed into, you're just gonna have to suck it up, bro. You're just gonna have to fucking wait and be like these old fucks, but whatever. Let's keep moving.
Air defense systems. Just now it was announced that we knocked out 9 ships plus their naval building, all in a matter.
Yeah, maybe like 20 years ago, we could afford to do this shit, bruh. But why do you have to keep it? No, never mind. I'm not a political expert. I'm just some 31-year-old dude living through some inflation and shit. And then I have to see this shit, bruh. Come on.
Literally minutes. Iran's formerly supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, is dead.
They got sand in their cat. They need to go wash it out. That's my new saying. It's not new, but it's just so funny to me. Imagine some sand and some cat. It just sounds itchy, and that's how the world leaders been acting, very irritable. They woke up and said, hey, you know what this morning needs? Chaos. And look, before the political Avengers assemble in my comments, relax. I am not CNN. I am not Fox. I am not your uncle at Thanksgiving with veins popping out his neck screaming about it either. That's not me. I'm just a tired ass civilian watching the timeline with you guys. Confused as hell. jail. It's like, why is it always something? It's always something. I mean, damn, we got T.I. versus 50 versus Tiny versus the children versus Rick Ross somehow. It's just everybody attacking 50. I mean, we'll get back to that in a second. Then you got the Files. We ain't even gonna say the name. We should all know what the Files are. I'm not trying to get the channel sniped. I don't got time for it. We got the Files going crazy. And I guess to mask that, Trump decided to go press his little red button. And
Bruh, I think, you know, so as someone that has dealt with blackmail, mainly in regards to, let's just say that my customers slash close friends slash people that I did some security for, you know, I'm trying to make this sound as professional as I can. Some people that I worked for had some blackmail. And so part of my job was helping people let go of the past. As in, by helping people let go of the past, I would take whatever past there was in a manila folder and I'd toss into a fire like that. Just, you know, just pretend like shit never happened, bruh. It's like, you know what, you gotta let go of the past, bruh. Just let that shit go. But, you know, they don't want to do that. They want to be all fucking stupid. So then they got their, you know, I did shit. Like, I forced people to let go of the past. And a lot of you don't realize, but, you know, blackmail has a huge role on operational security. And blackmail can really hold someone back in life. You just gotta, you know, find a way to, I don't know, find a way to fucking fuck somebody up. That's it.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick and tired. And I'm also sick and tired of everybody acting oblivious. Like, they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe he did it. We knew. Where the fuck were you at? We knew he was gonna do this shit. We knew. Where were you at?
All right, look, anyone that has spent any amount of time with fucking angry old men, and you got to realize, I mean, Trump, he's got a daughter, all right? He's like an 80-year-old man. I mean, mind you, his daughter, I don't know how fucking how old his daughter is, but he's an angry old white dude, and he's got a beautiful daughter, and she could probably pop out some babies. So, you know, as a man who has been with a bunch of angry old men with very beautiful and fertile daughters, that, you know, I mean, I'm not saying that I specifically, you know, piped up some young women and like left them behind or some shit, but I'm just saying, you know, as a man that has been on the receiving end of their anger and has also forced said angry old men with beautiful daughters to, you know, let go of the past, I'm just saying, you know, these kind of men are like that. Yeah, I'm not going to pretend like I wasn't expecting this shit ahead of time. Then again, I didn't vote for Trump. I mean, I voted for some other dude, but whatever. Let's keep moving.
You voted for him, and we were sitting here confused about it. But in the last 24 hours alone, it escalated very, very fast.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay.
And just to think, all the dumbasses that voted for him because they weren't ready for a woman president is crazy. A black woman. Y'all gotta hold this L, because we're cooked. The US and Israel launched major strikes tied to Iran's nuclear situation. And Iran stood on business. They said, I'm not backing down.
All right, you know, I'm going to be honest with you. Had I known this coming, I would have just voted for Kamala Harris. I don't know why I went third party. I just, you know, I mean, look, at the time I was in a relationship, and I mean, I could see why a lot of women would vote for Trump. You know, after all, a lot of women, you know, they like the fact that, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, these angry old men, they're the ones that are protecting women from horny young guys. And what better way to get rid of horny young guys than to send them off to war? Now, look. I'm saying this in a very sarcastic manner, but I'm saying also as a means of psychological warfare. I'm not saying that I use psychological warfare on angry old men with beautiful daughters, but, you know, I'm just saying, like, I have a lot of experience dealing with these kind of fucking people. This isn't about me talking about myself. I'm just saying I was in the army. I didn't do much in the army. I did some shit after I got out of the army. But, you know, I have experience of dealing with these kind of fucking people. And look, I just made this reaction video because why the fuck not? Like, I was watching this, bro. I'm bored. I'm probably about to go to sleep. I'm about to go to sleep. You know what? If we get hit in the middle of the night and I can't run upstairs fast enough to grab my rifle and I get fucking sniped, it was nice knowing all of you.
You thought this was. Now everybody's puffing their chest, having an ego war. They all talking spicy. And the rest of us are just sitting here in the background, looking like some blurry NPC characters in the background of an NBA 2K game. We did not sign up for this shit.
I woke up to find out we're at war. I'm going back to sleep.
If you are 18 to 25, you are cooked. You going to World War III. If you are 26 to 39, you are still cooked because the age cap's at 39.
Too much shit going on, bro. I'm out of here. I'm going to...
Nah, it's not 39. I literally just talked to an Air Force recruiter a few months ago. Actually, about a year ago. They bumped it up to like 42. But hey, you know what? If you pass the ASVAB and like you got a good head on your shoulders, you can be in the Air Force and just work at some command center or like fucking control drones. I don't know, bro. I don't know this kind of shit. My MOS was 11 Bravo, bro. But yeah, I mean, if you're gonna go back to do what I did, 11 Bravo, I'm just saying, yeah, like, bro, that's it, man. Just fucking quit, bro. Like, there's no even need to do this shit, bro. Whatever. I'm just gonna keep moving.
Jamaica. Let me know when this shit over with, y'all. Fuck out of here.
And just like that.
You know what? Look, here's the thing, right? I mean, I'm an American. I was in the U.S. Army. I pledge my loyalty to the United States and to the American people. Now, while I know the government is more than just one person, like no fucking shit, the U.S. government is more than one person. And the U.S. military is more than one person. But at the end of the day, you know what? Like, I can't just sit this out and go to Jamaica. As much as I'd like to. Unless if they just really don't want me. Which, I mean, at this time, you know, we don't have a draft yet, and I'm not medically eligible to re-enlist. But if it turns out that I'm medically eligible to re-enlist, well, then, I mean, I guess it was nice knowing all of you guys again.
America dropped the act. We ain't turned to the dark side. We been there. We just finally...
You know what? Bruh. Alright, fuck this. I'm done, dude. How many minutes are we at this point? Bro, we're at 17 minutes.